Welcome back to another trade review, guys. I did miss a video yesterday. First time I'm missing a video. I would like to apologize for that, but my internet went off and I was not able to record the video, but I was able to take a trade yesterday. So this video is going to cover the trades from yesterday and from the trade that I took just minutes ago, and let's get into it. So this is the chart from yesterday. We have PPI, and this is what ES looked like yesterday. So as you can see, ES did take out Asia and London high with the release of the PPI, whereas NQ was far from reaching the London highs and Asia highs, which is pretty much what was happening this whole week. ES was a lot cleaner this whole week and did better trades, I gotta say. It was much cleaner, did better manipulations, better distributions. And this shows again with yesterday's trading of NQ. As you can see, this is the open, a complete nightmare of price action. And this right here is the first presented. I was able to sit out through all of this and then try to look for something here, but I had to leave somewhere around this point here. I was thinking about taking this trade here, but I decided to just not do it because of the way the morning looked. Would have been a nice trade. Hit take profits without pretty much barely any drawdown here, and simultaneously ES did pretty much the same. It had a bit of a more interesting opening, with the first presented being here. It looks a little bit more normal, but still not real trade off of this. Could argue that you maybe could have taken this or this after it displaces through this swing low here, and you could have taken it until the data low here, but I was more focused on NQ since I wanted to shift my focus from NQ after taking that one loss on ES. Unfortunately, ES seemed to be the better pair for this whole week, but I still managed to take some nice trades on NQ and managed to stay clear out of ES, so I'm quite happy with my patience there. But as you can see, pretty much the same trade would have played out on ES, just barely missing out on the take profit. That pretty much concludes the morning session. In the PM session, I came back and saw the lunch highs being taken here on NQ. And as you can see, this displacement leg ended up leaving this 5-minute here, which would have honestly been enough to enter just straight up, but I was a bit more conservative there and decided to wait for some 1-minute confirmation. And I got it in form of this big fair value gap here, and I just entered right here. I took a partial under this low here, and when price came back to my entry, it stopped me out in break even. I think actually I had my stop loss on this candle right here, so I got stopped out a little bit in profit. Pretty nice trade. I think about $100-$200, not that much, but it's better than a loss, right? So I took that, and then as you can see, I took another trade right off the back because I thought, okay, we swept liquidity here, we broke through this swing high, and I entered on this fair value gap here, targeting the new PM session high, but that turned out to be just a fake out. And once price displaced through this low here, I actually decided to reverse my position. Any long-term watchers of this channel would know that I have done one reverse position in my entire career that's actually documented on this channel, and this would be the second time that I did it, and this time it actually played out. So this would have been a very nice 2-hour trade, but unfortunately, since this stop loss was quite a lot bigger than this one, as you can see, I went into this trade with 7 contracts being risked, and into this contract I still had 7 contracts risked. So I did rob myself of some $100, and I only got about 340 or 50 on this trade, which is still pretty good, but it could have been 500, you know. So this just again shows that reversing a trade is probably not the best thing to do, even though it did work out at this point. But yeah, that was pretty much yesterday. I decided to be a little bit more forceful since I am closing in on the rebuilding of this account, and I kind of want to finish it before it gets rebuilt, so I don't have to pay another $80. With that being said, let's carry on to the next day, which is today. And as you can see, price is still printing. It's 10:18 and the morning session is still undergoing, but I decided to ended after I took this nice trade here. This is pretty much all I needed for a day. But if I take anything else, I will make sure to include it either tomorrow in a separate video or maybe in Monday's video. We'll see. But for now, let's get into the trade that I took just about now. We have the all-time highs and previous day highs for NQ over here. And price actually did pretty much take the second standard deviation level here after retracing during pre-market and London, before then sweeping this high momentarily and creating a small little breaker block, which is not part of my strategy, but I decided to use it as additional confirmation on this trade, if that makes sense. I was pretty sure that that price was going to come down since it's a Friday and price is more likely to range during a Friday. And with this strong displacement through this breaker and the fact that it's an inversion at the same time, I decided to sell right at this point. As you can see, the breaker block being this right here, and then the inversion being right after this. And my logic was pretty much that after I saw this candle print and reject very heavily, and then the next candle closing below this candle, I treated this as a swing high. So if price was going to go lower, it shouldn't break above this. And since I'm expecting price to go lower because Fridays usually tend to range, I decided to enter right on this candle here and took price lower. Had my first take profit here, which got hit pretty nicely. And then my final take profit here, which also got hit nicely. And right as we hit this, price immediately retraced back. And as it looks now, it's coming back down. And if you're still trading, I would probably look for price to displace through this, and then maybe look for a trade lower, maybe until the current AM session lows, or probably even all the way down here. But that I would probably be a bit more careful with. I would probably just let it play until these lows because it's a Friday. We're still pretty volatile because of CPI and PPI this week, but I would play it safe here. But yeah, pretty happy on this trade here. Made about $500. Could have been a bit more, to be honest. But with the partials, I decided to be a bit more conservative, and I took off 3 contracts of my total 7. So quite a big part of my move was taken off here, just because it's a Friday and I was trying to secure my wins to try and pass this count a little bit faster. But all in all, I'm still happy with about a $560 win for the day. And like I said, I will upload a video on either the weekend or on Monday of next week if I take any trades in the evening. And with that, I would like to wish you guys a pleasant weekend and good luck for today if you're still trading. And I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.